If you throw your Kitsune Rush marked by this blue arrow, red team's just going to rotate away from it if they're smart. They'll just leave and not play it, and then they'll come back when it's done. So you guys are closer. Once this happens to where both teams are kind of have to play into each other, they don't have enough time to rotate out from each other. Like this is what we mean by like the engagement's begun. This is the time you want to Kitsune Rush. So it goes through them and they have to rotate out while still going through your Kitsune Rush. That means your team's going to be able to get value on them the entire time when they're rotating out. That's like the easiest way to get value on a Kitsune Rush. All right, we're on Kiriko this game. So pushing up here, taking a little bit of an off angle, which I'm okay with as long as your team's like sustained enough, you know. Yeah, as long as you're keeping an eye on them, they're not like critical or anything. Definitely you can go a little bit more DPS-y here on the Kiriko gameplay. Okay, your team just kind of rolled over him. Cleanse was a little questionable. She wasn't getting actively pressured. She was just a little bit more low HP. I usually like to leave that for opportunities where there's a lot of burst damage coming out, or it really is critical that they stay alive for like one more second. I wouldn't really waste it when, especially on like a diva. She has damage mitigation. She has her DM if she absolutely needs it. She's like 1/3 health, and nobody's really shooting at her, you know? I would make sure I save that in case there's some like weird situation that pops up. So better to use it than not use it though, that's for sure. But in those instances, just be aware. She's not actively taking damage. Just heal her up and she's good. So HK, it is replay day. Okay, so she took some big burst damage there. It's gonna be hard to predict sometimes. So got Kitsune Rush ready. We're down our tank though. I definitely wouldn't recommend investing ults unless we really get a big pick. Maybe something to combo with if you have like your Sojourn ult. You might have that. Was a great cleanse, by the way. Low HP target that you had it on. She was getting pressured by a Pharah. That was really good. Yeah, proactively using that was really smart. So I'll probably let your Zen push payload here, so you can go up. Hopefully your team takes high ground. You can probably chill out. Just make sure nobody tries to get your Junkrat while he's doing this. Doesn't look like they are. Yeah, now we're probably going to be looking to use Kitsune Rush because this next choke is really difficult. Good jump. Love that. Everyone lives. Our Diva's already in. Or sorry, our Junkrat's already in. We might still be able to Kitsune Rush this. Okay, never mind. Definitely not. Yeah, if we don't have our Sojourn ult, then definitely not. I'd recommend, I don't know if you're in comms or not. Your team might just be pushing down, but looking to how you can use your Kitsune Rush will be really important. It's a huge pick, and your Diva gets remake. This is a great time to Kitsune Rush. Great time to Kitsune Rush. You guys got the pressure here. I'll be using this to take space. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We're missing out on a lot of pressure here. They do that. Another great time to use Kitsune Rush. Thank you. Yeah, especially when you guys have like, you have that pressure going on. You got to, like what, an elimination, almost, I think maybe 2, but your Diva got the remake too, which means that you're going to have a little bit more pressure now. And they're overextended into your Diva. That's a perfect time to hit the Kitsune Rush because they're gonna be forced to play into it because they can't back up into their team. That's why I was saying pop that there. Roadhog was pushed up way overextended. Pop that Kitsune Rush, and he's gonna have to either play in your team by himself or try to back up through the Kitsune Rush while you guys are shooting him with the increased rate of fire. So. And just keep staggering it. Like, if you're that close, pop it, dude. Roll it on, and you get that cap for free. You probably could have just won that with one ultimate. Other run for the damage. Cleanse yourself if you need to. Careful, you're 56 HP there, dude. Ooh, buddy. Okay, again, not really a necessary cleanse. Huge pick. She pops that off. Oh, we jump into a trap. Unluckies. But we live. I wouldn't be peeking at 10 HP, by the way. Remember, living is our #1 priority. On any hero in Overwatch. Value your life more. If you're low HP, wait. Grab a health pack and then go into the fight. Always. Waiting 5 seconds is so much more preferable than waiting 20 seconds. So we just got caught out with between our cooldowns. He tried to pop the Transcendence. Yeah, we're just at least right now, we're not really... The Kitsune Rush really is going to be the ultimate that your team needs here to push through. And that's why it's so important with Kitsune Rush to utilize using it to continue pressure, making sure that the enemy team has to play inside of it. And if you guys are up one pick, that's a perfect time to do it just because it keeps rolling them in. So like, for example, I'm going to narrate kind of how I'd be thinking about Kitsune Rush here. All right, so cleanse down. I don't know where my diva is. All right, so she's probably respawning. I need to make sure my diva's there. If they're like overextended or something and I'm seeing a really good opportunity, I might pop it off. I might be checking to see if we got anything to combo. We got nothing to combo. So this fight is just going to be Kitsune Rush. That's the only ultimate you're probably going to be getting here. Maybe you might get a railgun. Huge. That's so great for your team. And then we just got to let our diva push up here a little bit. Want to make sure when we pop it, they can't rotate out of it. They're pressuring top. We got Malga below. Got some good pressure here. Diva's now on the payload. We probably need to be looking at that. That's good cleanse. Pop this off right now. Perfect. Nice. That was such a great timing there. So even though we get DMAC, that was probably the best time you could have popped it. So exactly what we're talking about. Looking for that engagement, popping it off when things start going on, forcing to where they have to play in your Kitsune Rush, right? Because if Malga pops his ult, he's either A, got to stay in your Kitsune Rush and play in there, or B, cancel his ult and then get out. So either way, it's great for you. And get space for your team. So that was a really smart way to use Kitsune Rush there. So we get our cap, moving on to third point. Does Kitsune Rush regenerate Diva's Matrix 2x speed? It doesn't make it faster, but she might get it faster because Baby Diva's shooting more bullets. So she'll get quicker charge if she's hitting targets. If she's not hitting anything, it's going to recharge the same rate. But yeah, her rate of fire is just increased, so it's likely she'll probably get it quicker. Does it go through Malga's ult? It does. Yeah, it does not get blocked by shields. It only gets blocked by physical objects. So like tree could block it. May's ice block could block it. Wall could block it.
Draw strength from nature.
We don't have much longer.
Okay.
It's gumshoe time.
Great time to pop it here. Oh, wait, sorry, we got two. We got two now. Yeah. No, you're good. You can save that one huge. All right, so I just want to go over this one more time because especially with Kiri's got a lot of utility. She's got a lot of stuff going for her. But her ultimate is one of the ultimates that you really just got to get the timing right, and you can get an insane amount of value. You can win so many games just by using Kitsune Rush correctly every single time. Like, you don't even have to hit shots. You can just heal bot and cleanse when you need to, and you can win so many games just by using Kitsune at the right time. Now, granted, I'm talking about like up until master. Past that, you're probably gonna have to use damage because everyone knows how to Kitsune Rush properly for the most part. At higher ranks, but I just want to talk about it real quick. So again, like the three big things, I'd probably say there's like three really important things to using Kitsune Rush, like three opportunities to where you can use it. First one is the easiest one, and this is mid engagement or at the beginning of an engagement. So I'm just gonna put mid E. So mid engagement. Basically, what that means is that both teams have committed to the fight. We can take a look at that as like, for an example. So like we have our pink team. So if pink team's like all the way over here and your team's all the way over here, this is not mid engagement. If you Kitsune Rush right now, if you throw your Kitsune Rush marked by this blue arrow, red team's just going to rotate away from it if they're smart. They'll just leave and not play it, and then they'll come back when it's done. But if you are smart, you'll either wait for your team to push up to get closer, like right here, or vice versa, like the enemy team pushes up into you. So you guys are closer. Once this happens to where both teams are kind of have to play into each other, they don't have enough time to rotate out from each other. Like this is what we mean by like the engagement's begun. This is the time you want to Kitsune Rush So it goes through them, and they have to rotate out while still going through your Kitsune Rush. That means your team's going to be able to get value on them the entire time when they're rotating out. It's going to be very easy to get the eliminations. That's like the easiest way to get value on a Kitsune Rush. It's just doing it mid-engagement. So like right at the beginning, when you're like, okay, these teams are close. If I pop this Kitsune Rush, they're going to have to play into it, or they're going to have to rotate out and take a shit ton of damage on the way. Number 2, you can use it to steamroll, which is what we talked about earlier. So steamrolling. You guys are pushing the objective. All right, so we're here. You guys are pushing the objective. You're going. All right, and you guys get an elimination. So you get one elimination, right? So now the enemy team, when they were playing up here, are probably going to start playing more passively. Typically, they do. When you lose a player, you typically start playing more passively, right? Because you're like, oh, okay, we can't go super aggressive. It's a 4v5 right now. So what they do is start rolling back a little bit. And when they do this, this is when you guys can get aggressive and start pushing up even more, and then use the Kitsune Rush kind of in the same way as mid-engagement. Use the Kitsune Rush to chase and continue the eliminations. So you use that Kitsune Rush to continue. Maybe you get the tank after that, and now they're 3, and then maybe the next person's back, but it's still a 4v5. So you guys just keep staggering. So you're kind of using it as a catalyst to stagger the enemy, to steamroll all the way through to the next point. It's okay to use an ultimate to get one elimination, or even just to add enough pressure so you guys can get the objective. A lot of people frown upon solo ulting in Overwatch, and when I tell you, if you solo ult and it gets you enough value to get the point, why would you not do it? If you guys get an elimination and you use a Kitsune Rush just to secure a kill on their tank so you can steamroll the next 3 all the way and cap the point, why would you not do that? I feel like so many people are afraid to solo ult because they think that they have to get multiple eliminations with their ultimate. Overwatch is an objective-based game. If your ultimate gets you the point, do it. It's why when I'm playing Mei, I solo ult tanks all day. Because if I solo ult the tank and they get eliminated, we're going to get the point. Typically, 9 times out of 10, right? If we have a tank and it's a 5v4 and they don't have a tank, we're going to get that point, right? So why not solo ult it? It goes for just about any ultimate. Even if you're running a big ultimate, like let's say Grav, right? Zarya Grav. You're running Zarya Grav and you're a Zarya player and you're like, all right, I gotta get a big Grav, right? I gotta get 3, 4 people in it, 5 if I could, it'd be great. The problem with that thinking is that you're not thinking about really winning the fight. So if you grab 5 people together, all right, it doesn't matter if it's everybody in the team. If they have a tank that has a shield, you're most likely not going to get an elimination, especially if they have cleanse, like something to like sustain or immortality as well. So they shield and then they immortality when the shield's done. You're not going to get any kills. So you gotta play a little bit differently. So let's say instead of doing that, you're going for 5-ban elimination. Maybe instead, okay, their tank's a little bit overextended. Let's say they're playing Reinhardt. We'll just make it real easy. Their tank is playing Reinhardt, all right? Instead of doing that, maybe you melt Rein's shield, all right? So you notice his shield's getting kind of low, and you've got high enough charge. You're like, okay, they still have cleanse, but if I eliminate his shield, I can probably still kill him even though they'll cleanse him in the Grav. So instead of doing that, I melt his shield. I solo grab the Reinhardt because he's nowhere near his team. Like he's far enough away to be overextended from his team. I solo grab him, get half his HP. He gets cleansed, healed back up to 3/4 HP. All right, I still have time to damage, right? Because that Grav lasts, what, 3-4 seconds? I damage him even more. Now he's down to either half or a quarter of health. And now he has to walk all the way back to his team without any shield. Do you think that Reinhardt's going to live? So that's a great way to use Grav to secure a kill on a tank and force out cleanse. So now you just push into their team, high charge Zarya, 5v4, they have no tank, you guys walk over them. Why would you not solo grab that opportunity? That's what I mean. Don't be afraid to use ultimates. And I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but I really want to talk about, you need to get in the mindset in Overwatch that it's an objective-based game. You're playing to cap the point. You're playing to secure the point. You're playing to stop the payload. You're playing to win the game, right? You're not playing to get elimination. You're not playing to get play of the game. And you don't have to have these awesome, crazy ultimates to win games. You just have to do an ultimate that gets you enough value that your team will eventually win the fight. Like it'll tip it enough in your favor where it's really likely that you win the fight. And that's what I try to get. Let people know that it's like you spot opportunities like that. You see their tank, one of the most literally the most valuable person on the team, and you're like, okay, if I ult here, they're gonna die. then do it. You know, so mid engagement, you can use it to steamroll, or number 3, you can use it to either play defensively, to like basically counter an ult. So to like what I would say is econ. You can use it to econ. For example, they pop a nano on, we're just gonna keep it simple, on their tank. They pop a nano on their tank, or pop a nano on a soldier visor or something. So they're starting to get aggressive with their ults. So they econ. They invest in ultimate, maybe a nano visor, right? They nano visor. So in response, you Kiri ult back at them, which gives you guys increased speed on your cooldowns, and it gives you added pressure. So now your team is spamming down at them while he's trying to get that nano visor and get value on that. It's going to make it much less likely that he's going to be able to get value with that ultimate, because your team has so much more pressure. The pressure that's being applied by Kitsune Rush is going to be possibly, depends on the situation, if he has like a good angle or something. It's going to be much more than pressure that you might get from a nano target, or a nano with like a visor, or a nano sojourn ult, or nano. Genji Blade's a little bit different because nano blade is just extremely OP. But if you have 5 people there and you're using it defensively, so they pop some ultimate, you guys are playing back, you use Kitsune Rush just to show like, hey, we've got pressure now. You can't play as aggressive. It's a great way to counter, which could be a lot of times 2 ultimates. But if it's 1 ultimate, it's completely fine. It's still good. So you can counter 2 ultimates with 1 ultimate just by using Kitsune Rush. And that's some good econ right there, baby. That's some good econ. We love that. Ugh. Sorry, massive tangent. Isn't Kiri ult the best ult in the game? No, EMP. EMP or Grav? Still.
Like a gentle rain. This ends now.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Oopsies. We didn't touch. Oopsie poopsies. I wouldn't play Grav that high in Overwatch too. You'd be surprised, dude. Well, in high elo, I'd probably agree. The good thing about Grav is that it's so highly efficient at comboing with so many different ultimates. In like high elo, like, bro, you can abuse Grav all the way through master up into low GM. You really can. And I've talked about this. If you know how to use Grav to win fights, remember, there's a difference between winning fights with Grav and getting big Gravs. If you know how to win fights with Grav, all you have to do is farm up energy and then use big Gravs. Like, make sure every single Grav is a fight winning Grav. You can farm your way through to GM. That's literally what I did last season. I do this so often when I want to get GM on tank. I do this so often. Here, I'll show you. Sorry, 2 seasons ago. Yeah, I literally was low master just because I just never played tank since Overwatch 2. This is all master. These are all master seasons of tank, right? Plat and season 2. I just didn't play tank. And then I was like, season 7, I was like, you know what? I want to get GM on tank. So I played and I was like, you know what? What's the easiest tank to get GM on? I was like, oh, just play Zarya and play really good grabs. 66% win rate on I don't even play Zarya. Dude, I just know how to grab with her. 66% win rate. It took me 38 games playing Zarya. I wasn't crazy good. I just hit all my grabs and I just hit them well every single time. That's it. It took me like 2 weeks. I was like, oh, well, I'm GM now. How do you feel about using Kiri ult to heal more / Suzu more often? I'll still give your team the ult. I mean, it's fine. I mean, context. It's a benefit to using it. I wouldn't use it just for healing sakes, but usually, like, when you're using it, it's mid engagement. Like what you're saying in that instance is like, I want to use it to heal more and Suzu more. You still want to use it when it's mid engagement. Like, obviously that's a benefit to using it. But if you Kitsune Rush to get more healing in Suzu and the enemy team just says, all right, well, fuck it, we'll just back out. Like, it's not even close enough to where they have to play into it and they just play around a corner. What good is you gonna having increased Suzu and increased healing when the enemy team's not even fighting you? When they're just like backing up, you know? So that just comes down to mid engagement type stuff. Cool.
objective.
Yeah, it's good rotate, good lift.
Be healed.
Objective lost.
Be healed.
Stop the payload.
I've got you. Feel better?
Good cleanse. Yeah, spotted the opportunity. She was a little bit low. Massive pressure. Fortunately, we get a huge nade here. I love that your team plays super passive. Backs up. Lives that one. It's great. Kitsune Rush ready to go. Y'all good? I'd probably just let him wipe here too. You guys are going to lose this anyways. Yeah, just get out and live. So, Kitsune Rush ready to go. Again, it's going to come to the same three opportunities. Are we going to use it defensively if they're popping ults in response to their econ? Are we going to use it to punish overextension mid-engagement? Are we going to use it to fuck, what's the other one? You know what I'm talking about. To steamroll. This is all right. Yeah, that's pretty good. So this is another like really good example of it. Was how they're, let's see this. So their tank, which you spotted this, their tank overcommitted. So this is what we mean by like, this is mid engagement, overextension. You're essentially using this right here. Like if you pop Kitsune Rush here, which you do, you're basically telling them they have to play into it. Now he goes down here anyways. But for them, if their tank was still alive, they would have to play in this Kitsune Rush because their tank is up there, right? If they rotate away, their tank just dies regardless, and then they lose that fight. So that's why this is like a really good ultimate, because you're giving them two bad options: either play in your Kitsune Rush and hope that they win the fight, or rotate out and let their tank die and lose the fight. So that's what I mean. Is like when you have options like that, like pop it, like bam, you know. And you spotted a great one. That was great. You know, and I don't want you guys to think that this takes like a bunch of over analysis. It doesn't have to be the perfect ultimate. It just has to meet one of those criteria when you pop it. So I know a lot of people, like, they'll listen to me do their VOD review and go over like these situations, and they'll like try to real time like checklist this. They're like, okay, where are they? What are we doing? What stuff do we have? All right, should I pop it? Should I not? And then like something happens, they're like, oh god, does this mean I pop it? And then like second guess and like stutter, and then usually by then it's already too late. You just gotta kind of get used to like spotting when it happens, and then just when one of those opportunities happens, pop it. You know, if you win with it, great. If you don't, then probably something happened to where, you know. But as long as you meet that and you get some kind of value with it, yeah, that doesn't be perfect. Wait, support carry? Come on, Zenyatta carry. Come on. He's OP. Let's go. Zenyatta carry. Come on. Yeah, chat. Zenyatta's fine. Yeah, Zenyatta's fine. Yeah, he's not broken at all. He just single-handedly held that point.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
It's gumshoe time.
This might work. Okay, we don't get any picks with the Sojourn ult. It's unlucky. I like that you didn't jump in there and feed though. That was really smart. Cleanse. Okay.
Washed away. This ends now.
Ooh. I think it's a little off angle. But get a little aggressive here. Pop off, pop off. Taking matters into your own hands. Let's go. Yeah, why not? Kira does insane damage. Cool. Yeah, and then just rotate, wait for that thing to be done, and then go back in. Oh, I like this because it's last fight. Definitely want to make sure we win this.
Just needed a dash of mischief.
It's all right. You got this. It's all you. Yeah, this is all you.
Protecting. Let me balance you out.
No, that was really smart.
It's gumshoe time.
Damn. It's unlucky. Yeah, you just got econ right at the end. Yeah, not too bad though. I like that gameplay right there at the end. That was nice. Wait, they're not pushing. It's stallable. It's stallable.
We've
Ah,
got this.
Diva almost got there. Damn. Honestly, for Diva to have gotten there, you might have been able to hold up. But you just got econ right there at the end. But yeah, just making sure you use Kitsune Rush. Don't be afraid to get aggressive when you guys have staggers. That was the big thing I saw, is you could have won that point with an extra 2 minutes on the clock if you just Kitsune Rushed after you got that pick. But we were just too scared. We were holding on to it for too long. And then obviously they ended up coming back, stalling us out. And then we had to take what, like at least 2 or 3 more fights to cap second point.